Hi everyone, welcome to the live stream. I think we're live now. Can anyone let me know in the chat, please? I'm testing this live stream for the first time. If you're a first time viewer, if I am making any mistake, please don't take it hard. Do let me know in the comments if you're able to hear me loud and clear. Okay, let us wait for some more folks to join and then we can get started. Thanks Rahul for confirming. So if you do not know, I am Yeshwanth. I work as a solutions engineer. So the agenda for this particular live stream is to go through the announcements that were made in reInvent and break down some of the things which are really interesting and which should really keep an eye on for the upcoming days, and discuss as to what can be done using those services and the use cases potentially. So that's the whole agenda. So I'm going live for the first time on this channel. I've never done live streaming, so I thought of continuing that in the future as well. So let's see how that goes. I'm excited for this. All right, so welcome everyone. Welcome for this live stream. I'm doing this live for the first time. So like I mentioned, the agenda for this particular live stream is to go through the announcements which were made in reInvent. Usually it is called as replay, just to make sure that whatever the announcements were made, we just replay them, pause it, and understand what are the use cases of those services. So I'm doing this for the first time, so I'm excited. So if you all go to LinkedIn and see, most of our friends from the community were in the US attending reInvent. So let me know if you had been to US for the reInvent anytime before in the comments. I would love to know that. So I have a whole different story to say about this reInvent. How many of you know AWS All Builders Welcome Grant? How many of you know about this All Builders Welcome Grant? Let me know in the chat. Okay, seems like none of us really know about All Builders Welcome Grant. So AWS has got some slots which they will make available for the community builders like us, so that they can understand or attend AWS reInvent totally of free. So they cover the flight charges as well as the accommodation for the entire 5 days. So the story about me is that I got into this program last year in 2024. But the problem was at that time, the notification was at the end. I mean, I had just 1 month to get my visa and all. So I couldn't get my US visa in the year 2024. So, but the announcement was made that you should get the visa before, at least a week before the reInvent program. So unfortunately, I couldn't go through reInvent last year. So I had the chance to apply again this year. I applied as well, but my application got rejected. So this year I have my US visa ready. I could not attend because the application itself got rejected. So that's my story. So if you have a similar story like this, let me know in the comments. And I also wanted to share you that AWS All Builders or Community Builders application will be live in the month of January 2026. So please keep an eye on that. I'll probably have another live session in the coming weeks just to discuss about that program. I'll also bring in some community builders who are part of this program and let us understand how this community has helped them in their career or as well as in their life, right? So let us understand that. But please make a note of that. If you are a sticky notes person, go ahead, add that into your notes saying that the application will be live in the month of January. So I'm making this announcement here itself because I got to know from the community builders as well. So be prepared for it. This program has helped a lot of individuals like me. You will get trainings, exclusive trainings, product announcements. You also get $500 of free credits, and you can also get one free certification by AWS. So do not ever miss the opportunity, and it's totally free, right? All you have to do is involve in the community, help others learn about AWS and other technologies, and you will be good to go, right? So at least 2 or 3 folks from my network got into AWS Community Builders last year. So previously it was yearly twice. Now they've made it yearly once. So if you miss this opportunity, then you will have to wait till 2027. So I'm highlighting now itself. We are just like December 7th now. I think it's going to be live by 7th of January or 20th of January. So make a note of it. You have 1 month of time. Start preparing for it. So the problem is you cannot write a blog or create a video or help the community learn in a month of time. So I would advise you to start real quick and get into the program. So that's the part that I wanted to mention about AWS Community Builders. Now let us straight away get into the agenda of this particular live stream, that is a reInvent week announcements of the roundup, what were announced, what is important for us as a cloud or DevOps or solutions architect, and what is the takeaway for us, right? So that's the whole agenda. So the first one is about the performance and the compute powers, right? So they have worked really, really hard on the Graviton instances because Graviton is the one which is helping us to run AI workloads and other types of workloads in the big data systems. So I was a former employee of Databricks, so I know for a fact that they really use Graviton instances a lot for distributed systems. And Apache Spark is working on the distributed architecture, and Graviton is required in order to process a lot of workloads at the same time. So keeping that into consideration, Graviton has got a huge bump this year. So they have revealed that up to 30% performance got better and 40% pricing got better with the new Graviton 5 CPU-based instances. And you can create them using Amazon EC2 MG9 type of instances. The other improvement was on Lambda managed instances. So I would advise you to parallelly check the AWS documentation at the same time. I'm just highlighting the important ones, which I felt that this is going to be a game changer for me, right? So in Lambda, there is a new way to run your Lambda functions on EC2 compute with serverless simplicity and granting access to specialized hardware and flexible EC2 instances pricing. So this kept me interesting because futuristic things will all depend on Lambda. It's going to be serverless. I'm not saying that it's totally serverless and it will be entirely replaced with serverless. No, that's not the scenario. But most of the things will go towards serverless, and we're already seeing that impact in our day-to-day activities. So it's going to continue to do so. So that's the reason why even AWS has made a better thing on Lambda, as well as they have made certain limits also got increased for the Lambda instances, right? So just keep an eye on that as well. So in future, I might break down or take one of these topic and have a hands-on demonstration as well. So let me know in the comments if I want to do that. There were a lot of new announcements which kept me interesting, and I thought of doing a video on that. But currently on my channel, if you do not know, I am creating project specific related videos. Basically, let's say you are a solutions architect and you are targeting to be a solutions architect. So, what are the projects you need to create in order to be a solutions architect? So that's where my playlist is coming in. It will be released in the month of January. I'm working on it. So, firstly, we have covered the 5 beginner friendly AWS projects in my channel now. You can find that in the playlist section. You can go ahead and check 5 beginner friendly AWS projects. It's totally free. The source code is also available. It is already present in the description as well. I'm not hiding anything. If it is not working, let us know in the comment. We will make sure that the project works in and out without any issues. So it's already done. So I've given one bonus project as well. So the next week, in the coming week, I'll also release intermediate projects, which will have 5 intermediate projects, which will help you understand AWS core services better. And cool thing is that all of these projects will have Terraform code as well. So all you have to do is understand the code, understand the architecture, and start deploying these projects. I don't know if you want to add this into your resume, but I'm 100% sure that these projects will help you understand what are these services and how you can leverage them. Of course, you cannot go over all the 200 services, but in most of the projects that I've built, you will at least learn 5 to 6 services at the same time, right? So that's one update I wanted to share with all of you. In the month of January, I'm going to release 5 solutions architect related projects which can help you become a solutions architect or upgrade to the next level of solutions architect. I'm not promising that this is going to give you a job, but at least you will think in that perspective is what I'm trying to say. So if you are excited for this, please let me know in the comments. And if you do not have the link to that, I'll request any one of you to present the playlist in the chat so that everyone can see that. So going forward, let's also understand the serverless and the data modernization announcements which were released. So Lambda durable functions now allows for orchestration of multi-step applications and AI flows directly in the Lambda. And probably in the future, you might also see automatic checkpointing. Basically, checkpointing means that it will check where exactly your data is at the moment, and it will continue from there, right? So let's say your MySQL instance, it's reading the data. Let's say EC2 instance is reading the data from your MySQL instance, and it should store where exactly I've left reading, right? So from there, it should continue for the next instance. So that's what checkpointing means, and that will be available in your Lambda functions directly going forward. So let's see that. I am looking forward to that because I predominantly work on my data infrastructure, data related things, and that's the reason why I've highlighted it. But I don't know if this makes sense for all of you. But let me know what one announcement in your AWS reInvent kept you going and it was interesting for you, right? So let us discuss about that. And another important feature that got updated, if you do not know, AWS object size got increased from 5 terabytes to 50 terabytes now. It supports massive data sets like AI training and high resolution video at the moment. So previously it used to take a lot of time for you to upload the object also, right? So now they've reduced that also. That's what they claim in reInvent, but I have not tested that, to be honest. But of course, as a YouTuber, you cannot feed up to 50 terabytes of data in a single S3 object. But if you're working for a corporate where they are using S3 predominantly to store all the objects, then you might see they have exceeded 5 terabytes or 50 terabytes of data. And usually they will have this intelligent tiering or any sort of S3 lifecycle to make the data clean, right? Or to clean the data whenever it is outdated. So that's also there. They have announced intelligent pairing for S3 vector storage, which is also good. So if you do not know what's vector storage, I've created a separate project video on that. It's interesting. Unfortunately, I'm not getting enough views on that particular video. So if you're interested, go ahead and check that. I've named that video as private GPT using Amazon Bedrock. So basically, you can create your own GPT using Amazon Bedrock. I've created an end-to-end deployment of that with part 1 and part 2. That's also in the beginner-friendly playlist. Go ahead and check that out. So that's the second announcement, which was really interesting. So the next one is cost optimization, where database savings plans, they introduced new flexible commit-based discounts of up to 35% for AWS managed databases across engines and regions. This is going to really simplify the long-term cost optimization. So keep an eye on this as well. RDS for SQL Server was introduced. Microsoft SQL Server 2022 Developer Edition is available on RDS now. And one more important thing is that you don't need a license if you're testing it, right? If you're creating an RDS instance for testing a product, then you don't necessarily have to have this Microsoft SQL Server license. They are giving it for you to test, and then if you're deploying it in production, you'll get that license as well. So that's your update on the cost optimization. Next is AI agents and foundation models. They have announced a list of AI models into the Amazon Bedrock ecosystem. So this was one, Mistral AI models, which is fast, cost-effective, and Amazon Nova 2 Lite, Nova 2 Pro, which is in preview, which is having a lot of capability. I tested some of these models, and it's really crazy, right? And you have DevOps agent, and I want to test this. I'm waiting for this. This basically is like an on-call engineer, on-call teammate of yours. It will automatically respond to your incidents, right? So in your organization, you might have incidents. So recently we had this Cloudflare and AWS outages. And in those scenarios, if there is an incident, what this DevOps agent will do from the details that I have received at that moment. So this will go ahead and pick that case and start analyzing what is the issue. And if they have a predefined answer for it, it will also give that, suggest it. And if possible, it will also try to resolve the issue. So for that, of course, you have to provide some set of permissions. But I don't think this DevOps agent we will provide the access to resolve it. But I don't know, in future it might be possible. So let me know if you're excited for this DevOps agent. But I'm waiting to test that. I don't know how that works. But yeah, let's see. Next is Kiro's new autonomous agent. Of course, everyone is using Kiro now. Even I use Kiro for most of my development work. Sorry about that. So it's a really good platform for you to develop AI related things as well as cloud development. So check that out. You get $500 500 credits for you to test in the first month. Later, I think it's 50, but it's worth checking out. Security and observability, you have Security Hub, which got upgrade as well. Then you have Guard Duty Extended Threat Protection, and X-ray transition and CloudWatch unification is something that I am interested in checking out. So these are some of the announcements that happened in reInvent. Of course, there are a lot, but I'm waiting for these releases. And in my account, if I get this access, I'm gonna make a separate video on that, and I'll share it on the channel as well. But do let me know if there is anything that excited you in this particular reInvent, so we can go over that and start looking into that. But if you are looking for the link, I'm gonna paste that here. Okay, so that's about the screen share. But now, if you have any questions, go ahead and ask. All right, I see Rahul, Rishi, and some of the other folks as well. Thanks for joining, Rahul, Rishi. So, like I mentioned, the next plan is to create more projects videos. So, I'm planning to release role-specific projects in the entire 2026. The first one would be solutions architect. Then I'm planning to release video on ML engineer. That too by using AWS services and Terraform included. So this is a plan. Let me know if this is something that you want to see on this channel, or if you have a recommendation, please let me know that as well. I'll take it forward. And if you have any specific question for this live stream, go ahead and ask that as well. But yeah, so this is what I had for this particular stream to talk about the releases that we had for reInvent. First, let me know if you had been to reInvent before in the chat. Anyone of you attended reInvent before, or at least watched it live stream this year? Okay, I see. No. Okay, great. Okay, nevertheless, so yeah, if you do not have any questions, I think we can end this stream, and I look forward to making more live streams. I think this was my first live stream. A lot of things to learn as well, but in future I'll make it really professional, and let's see how that goes. Right. So the ask is, can you make projects on specifically data engineer and ML projects where I'm interested? Of course, that's the plan, Rahul. Thanks for bringing that up. Data engineering and ML related projects is the second topic that I've picked. So after releasing the solutions architect related projects, I'm gonna create data engineering related projects. Thanks for that, Rahul. Absolutely. So the next question is, hello sir, I'm in 8th sem. I wanna get into SRE and DevOps job. I know complete from container to automation, but my college does not have any placements. How to handle this and family? So okay, I get it. I get your point, Om. See, the problem is you cannot target a specific role while in college. That too, when it comes to placements, right? Your placement officer might be looking for a company who can hire. That's the first thing that they will do. Then comes the role-specific jobs, right? So, but I would say, considering today's scenario, I would say get a job first. Whatever it is, it can be an STE role, or it can be cloud engineer, or it can be whatever the role, right? Get a job first, then start upskilling on cloud, DevOps, or whatever it is. I know you have already learned some of the topics. First, get one job in hand, then start applying outside as well. That's what I recommend. And also start being active on LinkedIn. So trust me, I'm not making it up. The second job that I got is totally on LinkedIn, right? So if you're keeping your LinkedIn profile accurate and with the details correctly, you will get job offers automatically. You should not apply for it. It will automatically come into your DMs, right? That's of course it will take some time for you to build that profile, but start doing it today, right? So that's what I would advise, and then it will pick up as and when you start building projects and you share your knowledge outside. It will start happening. And community building is what I recommend all of you to do, because this is something that I gained from community as well, right? So wherever you get an opportunity to volunteer, whether it is in cloud, DevOps, or container, or Kubernetes, right? So most of the cities in India, of course, have something called as AWS user group, or Google Developers Student Club, Google Developers Group, some things like this. So involve in those, start participating. Of course, it will be on weekends. Start participating. Then you will make connections there, right? So then speak to them. You can get a referral as well, right? So that's how things are working. Instead of approaching directly via a platform, I would recommend you to do this and let me know uh, how that goes. I hope that helps. So Rahul is asking more videos on Databricks and Kafka related. Yeah. So the problem with Databricks playlist was that I did not get enough reach. I don't know for what reason. Probably because most of my videos are on cloud and DevOps. People started thinking that it's only related to that. But I worked for Databricks previously, so I know Databricks and how things work there. So I can create videos on that, but nevertheless, like once I complete this AWS projects, I can do that for sure. And parallelly, if there are new announcements and if something that excites me on any of these technologies, whether it is Databricks or Kafka, I'm gonna pick that up and I'll share it with you all. Thanks, Rahul. Right, so we have 5 people watching live. I think this is good for me. So the next question is, sir, as your experience, which is better in performance-wise, cost-wise, Spark streaming versus Kafka streaming? As I'm working on Kafka in next year in company. Okay. So this is something that I cannot talk on a public platform. You know the reason why already, but yeah, of course, I would love to explain this. Probably on a blog or somewhere else, but I cannot answer this on a live stream. You know the answer already why I cannot do that. But Rahul, keep an eye on the blogs that I write, so you can subscribe to my dev.to platform where probably I can share that there. So the next question is, Bhaiya, I'm in my 6th semester doing low-level system development, building 2 major projects, a database in C from scratch, Docker from scratch. Both are in GitHub. GitHub is not possible in this from LinkedIn. Sorry, I didn't get your exact question. You're saying that you built 2 projects and databases from scratch, a Docker from scratch, but both are in GitHub. Is remote possible in this? Oh, you are asking if the remote job is possible? Of course, right? So they do not look at your the LinkedIn profile that you have. It should be more accurate. It's like whatever you have on your resume, whatever you're claiming that you know, it should be matching with the skills that you own, right? So let's say I just put GCP. Although I do not know GCP, if I add GCP, I might get questions on GCP. Then if I do not know to answer that, then it doesn't make any sense. So let me know your exact question. I can answer that. But from what I understood is that is it possible to get a remote job with these skills? Yes, I would say the answer is yes. Okay, I understood. Now, I do not have a public profile like Twitter, not many followers, not even LinkedIn. So, where should I and how to apply? So, the simple thing that you should do is create a profile on dev.to platform, which is totally free. Even though you do not have followers, start writing the blogs, whatever that you have written or whatever that you have built. Let the public know about what you have built, right? Share your experience, especially highlight what are the challenges that you went through, right? What made you to give up? If you had, of course, when you are building something from scratch, you will have that thought of giving up, right? So what were those moments? You add those in your blog. That will, definitely forget about the followers or whatever that you're aiming for, but share it online, then it will take up, right? So even when I started, even I did not get a single view on the blog that I was writing, right? But I kept doing it, and someday someone added a comment. So I still remember my first comment, which was a correction basically. So that's how it starts, right? So if you keep waiting for the followers, or if you keep waiting for things to happen, I think it's not going to happen. So start today. Let's see how that goes. Do it for every day. If you are free, if you're in sixth semester, of course you have a lot of time in college. So spend at least an hour writing a blog. At least release one blog every week, right? And let me tell you, AWS considers that as well. If you are applying for community builders, you can provide those links and they will refer to your blogs that you have written and you might get into the program. For students who have commented so far, you have something called as AWS Cloud Captain in your schools or your colleges, right? I think it's over for this year, but check that out. There is a specific program for that. You can build an entire community on cloud. AWS will sponsor you to run some of the events, and it's totally sponsored, right? I don't want all of you to miss it, so go ahead and look into that platform today itself. Yeah. So if you are a video person, go ahead and record a video and share it, right? So the thing is, whenever you are building it in the community, right, two things should happen. So the main intention for me to start this channel was I was learning a lot of things, but let's say I want to refer the same thing again after a few days or few months, right? So instead of going to a random blog or watching someone else teach, so in India, we specifically follow one thing, right? Whenever you learn something, if you teach it to somebody else, whatever you learned will stick in your mind. That's what we have heard, and it's true. I believe that strongly. So if that wants to happen, I did not have any of my friends to teach online. So what I did, I created this channel. I created I recorded the video and I uploaded it on the channel. So I would recommend you to treat the same thing as well. If you're writing a blog, if you're creating a video, it can be a short video, it can be a long format video, doesn't matter. But the thing is, it should be in a way that if you ever want to rewatch that video, will you be able to watch that? Or if you ever want to reread that blog that you've written, will you be able to read it or not? So that's the simple question that you need to address. And if you're able to do that, that's all you have to do, right? So do not validate from someone else. If you are able to watch it, if you are able to read it, then you are good to go. I think this is good. I did not expect such questions in the very first live stream of my life, right? So thank you so much, guys. I think this made my entire 2025. Trust me, this is the first time I'm being on camera completely. And that too in 2025, this is the first time. Forget about 2025. In my lifetime, this is my first live stream. I don't know how it is coming up for you guys, but I'm really enjoying. I think I should continue this in future as well. What do you think? Should I continue this? Of course, not with the grants that I'm giving today. Some interesting topics, or it can be a project as well, right? So if I've built a simple one, I can come over here, live stream it, and share it with you all. What do you think? Let me know. Should I continue this, or am I really bad at it? Give me your honest answer, right? I don't mind if it is bad. If it's bad. If it's good, it's good. What do you think? Should I continue this live stream every week? Probably. If I get at least one response, then I'll take that, whatever it is. It is a yes or a no. Okay. Exactly. That's the whole point, Rahul. So most of the time, honestly speaking, anyone on this earth will not know everything, right? So not even the CEO of AWS will know all 200 services. So they will have a separate team for them to work on specific products. In that scenario, you cannot claim that I know everything and I can record a video upfront and put it out there on the internet. That doesn't work. So, but what happens is that you learn, you redo it, and you upload it. Let me tell you what goes behind the scene, right? So if I'm creating a project video, I'll do it once without the video on, right? I'll complete it. I'll see if that project is working end to end without any issues. Then I'll start documenting this. Whatever I've done in the project, I'll start documenting it with the architecture diagram. So I've learned once. Now, while writing it, I've learned twice. And when I'm recording, I'm learning 3 times. So do you think if a person who has learned the same thing 3 times, will he ever forget that in his lifetime? The answer is, for me at least, I will. I will not. So in that scenario, this is going to be helpful even in the interviews, even in any of the talks that I'm going to. This will help me a lot. So that's how the learning process is. So always, even if you're watching my videos, do not just watch the video and leave it right there. If you are doing hands-on, keep one screen here where I am explaining. You do it parallelly, and the next time you should do the same project without looking into the video. So that's exactly where you can learn it. If you are just copy pasting the code, won't work, right? So that's one little advice that I wanted to share. And I think that most of you responded saying yes. So I'll consider that, and probably I'll continue this series. Of course, I'm new to this platform, so if I'm making any mistake, please take it light. Apologize for that. And if you have any more questions, do let me know. I can stay back for another 2 or 3 minutes. Okay, so even Om says yes. Okay. So like I mentioned, next week, in the next week, the video will be on intermediate projects. There is one pending beginner-friendly project which is going live on Monday. But from Wednesday, it's going to be intermediate projects. So keep an eye on my channel. So I would ask you, whatever the learnings that you're making, document it, even though it is there on my YouTube platform, also on my GitHub repository. Document your own learning, right? Whatever you learned, put it out there with your own explanation. Of course, even I'll use GenAI platforms, but I would recommend you to write your own notes. I've also written my solutions architect notes, right? If required, I can share that as well for free. I'm not making this for making any money, right? So if required, do let me know. Comment down. I'll share the notes with you. It's completely handwritten. Probably I'll convert that into a PDF format and I'll share it with you. So even if you're doing something, if you're learning a project, or if you're building a project, or if you're preparing for a certification, do it like that. Handwritten notes is must for any things that you're learning in life. All right. So any more questions? I can stay back for another 3 minutes. I loved this session. This was my first one, and it went well. Thank you so much for all your questions. Probably let's do the same things in the coming weeks. I don't want it to be a hour long or a 2 hours long of live session. I just wanted it to be 30 or 40 minutes live, and you guys did the same. I explained what I had, and you asked questions, and we are done. So similarly, if you have any questions on any of the videos that I have on my channel, do let me know. I can answer it, and I'll fix the issues for you. All right. So final thoughts again. So I would recommend you to keep an eye on all the things that was released in reInvent. Go back and replay it. So probably by AWS, there will be certain blogs that will be coming out in the next week. Keep an eye on that. Have some highlights, which is going to be interesting for you. Of course, as a solutions architect, you should be knowing all the new releases, because you are responsible to share those with your customers. So keep an eye on those. And one more important thing that I wanted to share with the community is that I'll be speaking at AWS Community Day Kochi, which is happening on 20th December 2025. So they are running it on AI ML edition this year. So I'm going to speak on AWS Bedrock VPC Flow Log Analyzer. So I built a tool which can help you analyze your network traffic, that is VPC flow logs, with the help of AWS Bedrock or Amazon Bedrock. So I've already created a video on that, but there is some extensions or few additions that I've made for that product or project. I'll be sharing that in that particular AWS community doc. So wish me luck on that. And there is another question after DevOps. What is the upgraded course? If I'm understanding right, what after DevOps is your questions? After DevOps, what is the upgraded course? I didn't get the exact question, but if you are asking what after learning DevOps, of course, like I mentioned, DevOps is something that you cannot say that I've completed today. I've learned every tool. There are new things that will be introduced in your platform, in your own team. That's how we learn it, right? So when I joined my first company, I did not know what's Databricks, but they introduced that, and I had to learn that because my team wanted me to learn, and that's how I got to work on that, and then I shifted to Databricks itself. So it's like that in life or in DevOps or in anything. You cannot say that I'm complete. So new things will be added. So after DevOps, you can see MLOps. You can start building ML pipelines. It can be any tools, right? So that's what after DevOps, if you ask me. Yeah. Yes. Yes, you're right. Now you got that. I also mentioned that. After that, after DevOps, it's MLOps or AI Ops. So there are videos coming out already on other YouTube platforms, I mean, YouTube channels. You can check that as well. But for few reasons, I cannot drop videos on that at the moment. It's not like I cannot do it. I can do it, but probably in the month of March or April, I can start preparing videos on AI Ops or ML Ops. Let me know if that answers your questions, or if there is any other questions, do let me know as well. So like I mentioned, I'll be speaking at AWS Community Day Kochi. So if you're around Kochi or Kerala, so you can join me or wish me luck. So yeah, this is my second AWS Community Day talk. One was in Tirupati, the next one is in Kochi. Wish me luck for this. I think it's going to be the last talk for 2025, I believe. Yeah. Thank you so much, guys. I think we are on top of the time. If you have any further questions, do let me know. Else we can wind this live stream. Thank you so much. Like I mentioned, this was my first live stream, and you made my entire 2025 rememberable. So Rahul is wishing me luck. Thank you so much, Rahul. All right. So thank you so much, guys. It was wonderful talking to all of you. We will see in the next week as well. I'll have another agenda with another interesting topic to be shared with all of you. Watch out more by community posts, and also if you're not following me on LinkedIn, you can follow me on LinkedIn as well. Thank you so much. Have a great Sunday evening.